Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of 1,000 Days of Running. My name is Nicholas, I'm 30 years old, and I will try, or I will attempt to run for 1,000 days straight, no matter what. So, let's start running in Trondheim. Right now, I'm it's an area called Lade. It's a nice area. The reason why I chose to start up there because this is way on the other side of the city, especially from where I live. Because I live in the city center, and if you were to walk all the way up here, or if you were to drive, it takes about 10-15 minutes, I guess. I was supposed to run somewhere else today, and the stupid reason why I didn't do that is because when I arrived at the destination, the destination I was supposed to run, I realized I didn't have a memory card. I forgot the memory card at home in my computer, so I had to go somewhere else to buy a new memory card. Which made my, first of all, it made my the start of it just very. Oh, the camera is drunk. Yeah, sorry about that. I think this is where I realized I had accidentally pushed a button on the top of the... Oh, we're back again. Cool. So this is... actually, something I discovered is when you look at my shadow, I'm Forrest Gump. My shadow is Forrest Gump. I don't think I run that way, but the shadow seems like it's Forrest Gump. Yeah, so anyway. I got to buy the memory card. The problem, and I will tell you this, guys. This run, today's run, was so shitty, and the reason I will get back to it when we get to the ending, because this is where everything falls apart. Like literally everything falls completely apart. I was not able to run at all. So let's talk about that for later. I have been visiting, or I've been walking these areas for some times before. As I told you in, I think it was yesterday's or the first episode, I lived in Trondheim for almost 10 years now. But I am from Oslo. I'm from the capital of Norway, and when I started in Trondheim, I started as a student way back in 2011, which was really cool. When I arrived to the city, I'm not joking. When I arrived to the city of Trondheim, all I had with me on the train was a bag full of clothes for summer. I had a bicycle, and I had this African drum. Because of course you need to bring your African drum when you move to a new city. I didn't have a place to stay. I swept. How do you say it? Swept through different couches. I did couch surfing for the first week while looking for a place to stay, a place to live, and at the same time doing the how do you call it? The freshman week. So we have 2 weeks of freshman weeks, which basically means getting together in groups, bringing a lot of alcohol, and getting really drunk together, and then you wake up the next morning and then you go to classes for 2 weeks straight. But hey, I got to use my African drum, which was really cool. I guess I was good. I was super drunk every single day, and well, yeah, as a musician, when I drink, it's not possible for me to be good. But anyway, it was very much fun. So when you move to Trondheim and you become a student, you don't really get to know the city that well. And the reason for that is you live in a bubble. Oh, a gold car, that was really cool. I didn't notice it until now. I think that it's a car that sells falafels. There are 2 little children over there watching their cell phones. Anyway, when you live in Trondheim as a student, you don't get to see the city that much. You kind of live in a bubble. And I'm not talking about for all the students in the city that has ever lived in Trondheim. It's a very good history of the university history in Trondheim stretches all the way back to 1910. And when you are, well, at least my experience was that you kind of live in a bubble when you're a student in the city, and once you get out of the bubble, like when you stop being a student and you start becoming a citizen of Trondheim, it kind of reveals the culture much better, the language, how they actually speak. It's very different from the Oslo dialect. Oslo people can understand the Trondheim people, but it's still quite different. And there we have the Forrest Gump running. What's up with my left hand there? Looks really weird. Well, anyway, so what I was introducing with was that this area that I'm running in now, I haven't seen that much of it, but I've seen some of it. And like I said in the previous episodes, running and walking in a new place or a city is the best way to discover every single part of a city. So thanks again for stopping by. I think it's really fun that you want to spend your spare time watching my videos of me running around, or at least trying to accomplish running. As you all know by now, hopefully, I hate running. I don't like it at all. I become tired, I become stiff, sore, I hate myself doing it. But I feel that if I don't get into shape, and the kind of shape where I'm actually moving, then my brain will end up like a melted marshmallow in the end. So the reason I'm doing this is that I read this book that was written by a scientist who wrote about how daily running and walking. I'll look up the word and try and translate it into English, but it basically means that if you sit still for most of the day, which the modern Western world and the citizens of the Western world usually do, then you will end up a bit stupid. So if you take action and you start moving around, then you will get to see that you have more energy, you become more awake, and you get more productive, which is very important for me, as I'm running my own business, so I have to be productive at all times. So yeah, that was the background. Again, thank you for watching. Please feel free to ask questions in the comments below. I will try to answer them all. I had someone yesterday, and thank you for the question, who asked me if I have this app called Strava. No, I don't. I have heard of it. I know that you can type your how do you say it, information, and then you can use your cell phone to document how long you're running, how far, how fast, and you can share it on the World Wide Web, the great place of the internet, so that everyone can watch. I will try and download this. First of all, I just want to start this project. I don't have a goal of running an exact limit every single day. I just want to go out and run and try to make it one round. If it's 5 minutes or 1 hour, doesn't really matter. I'm going to do this for 1,000 days. So today, after this run, I still have 997 runs left, which is it's a bit crazy. A little sip of my coffee there. So now you see the ocean. I promised you guys yesterday that I wanted to show you the ocean of Trondheim. I think it's really beautiful, and especially at these times. We have great weather this week, which is very uncommon. When you're a citizen of Trondheim, you get used to not having sun at all. I remember last year we had, I think it was 3 weeks in a row where the sun didn't appear at all. There was either snow, rain, clouds, no sun. And people start going literally crazy if they can't see the sun. But you get used to it. Like, come on, it's very nice when the sun first shows up. Oh, look at that cute little dog, it's so cute. The girls wouldn't even look at me. This is interesting. I'm running around with my GoPro, and people are not, they're not waving or they're not doing anything. They're kind of looking down as if, hey, that's the crazy guy with the GoPro. Don't look at him. Don't show him attention. Yeah, it's doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm the cool guy with the GoPro. That's at least what I say in my own mind, in my own head. Well, anyway, today's been a good day, by the way. I'm currently in quarantine, which means that I cannot go to work. I'm not allowed to enter public transportation. I'm not allowed to enter shops of any kind. I can enter a shop or a supermarket if I have no other choice than to walk in and to buy groceries. Then I need to keep a minimum distance of 2 meters. So and for me this is a bit nice because my days are filled up with meetings and running around in the city, meeting other people in the streets or talking or doing projects or whatever. This is the lifestyle of a photographer. I'm running my own company. It's a film company, and we make social media content for companies. And things are going really well these days. We have a lot of customers. We are doing a lot of cool things. But having to stay in quarantine for 10 days, that's something new for me. I'm not very used to it. But today was a great day. I got to see and feel how it's like to have so much spare time. Like literally so much spare time. I clean my room. I clean my windows in my room. Whoever cleans their own windows. I even cleaned the kitchen. Not like cleaning the bench. I cleaned the closets, the handlebars of the closets. I cleaned parts of the floor in the kitchen, in the corners. That doesn't even happen. This is quarantine stuff. This is something you do. You have two ways of doing these things. Either if it's because you're in quarantine, or the other way is that you're reading for your exams. So then you get to have so much spare time doing all this crazy stuff, such as cleaning. But now things are smelling nice again, and even my girlfriend, when she showed up here a couple of hours ago, she was like, "Oh, this place looks really nice." And I said, "Well, thank you. I have done the job all day. Thank you very much. Appreciate it." This little beach, well, it's not exactly a beach. It's kind of a Norwegian beach. It's full of rocks and grass and a little bit of sand. But the sand is filled up with, how do you say that? Come on, the green stuff. What is the green stuff called? Come on, help me here. Green stuff that comes from seaweed. There's a lot of seaweed. So when you want to go to the beach, you don't go to Norway. We don't have any beaches. That's the reason why Norwegians travel to Spain every summer and winter and all year round, because they want to feel sand between their toes. Watch out there! Oh, that was close. I didn't have 2 meters distance there. What is 2 meters in feet? Oh, sorry. Thank you. 2 meters. It's 6.5 feet. 6.5 feet. If you have any idea how to, if any Americans are listening to this, and I would be very surprised if we have English-speaking citizens listening to my, well, let's call it a running podcast. Feel free to comment my English. I'm shocked to hear my own voice in my way of speaking English. I thought it was better. Sorry. Hopefully I'll become better. I'll get more. Now I even forgot that word. When you are very sure about something, you have confidence. When I get more confidence, I'll probably develop my English in a better way. Probably even read a few books in English just to make sure that it will become better, develop. Okay, so this hill here is really steep, so I'm walking here. I'm proud to say that I'm walking, because this is day 3 and my legs are completely crap. I woke up this morning, I could barely walk. Tried to walk over to the coffee machine, Managed to get myself a cup of coffee, and then I just went straight back to bed and lay down for another hour just to make my legs become a bit happy again, because they were quite angry when I stood up. Sorry about that, legs. Well, you are a part of me, so you have to be a part of this project, which also means that you have to become sore from time to time. So still walking. I really like this place. This is a little path. How do you pronounce it? Path. How to pronounce path? Not like the guy from Lord of the Rings. Path. How to pronounce path? Let's see here. Yeah, path. Doesn't sound. Path. British English. Path. Okay, so this is a path. A very popular path. Now the word sounds just stupid. A lot of people, they walk here. They feel comfortable walking close to the ocean. And it's kind of like a hidden forest, very close to the city limits. So I decided to run here instead. I was like I told you in the beginning here, I wanted to run somewhere else, but it didn't happen because I screwed up my SD card thing. But it was lucky though. We don't get that much since now it's the autumn, so the sun is slowly but surely disappearing from the sky. So during the winter, and this is going to be really interesting. I have like a 2 or 3 hour window where there's light in the middle of the day, and this is the time where I have to run. So my schedule during the winter has to be scheduled so that I can run when there's enough light outside. Because if there's no light, then it's a bit hard to take my camera. But I can bring my my GoPro outside when it's completely dark once, and just run around the city and see how it looks like. I think it'll be really cool. I've seen a few videos on YouTube where people are walking around in big cities such as Shanghai and other big cities that I can't name now. New York, Chicago, Paris, Rome. Oh, come on, I knew a lot of cities. So they're walking around with cameras, and it's really comfortable to watch, just to sit and watch, to see what other people are doing in the big cities and how it looks like. It kind of feels like you're a tourist in the city without being there yourself. And you know, maybe it's a good idea just to sit there and watch on your television how a city looks like, instead of going there, spending a lot of money on flights and food and hotels, especially during these times where you don't have the possibility to go anywhere. You know, it's not allowed. If you go outside the borders, you have to stay in quarantine, and some countries are not even allowed in. It's a very new time. This area right here, I was actually, I never been here, but I was shocked to find out while I was running that this is the asylum. I think it's called asylum in Norwegian. Let's see, asyl. No, that's not it. What is like psychiatric, psychiatrisk in English. Let's go. So, psychiatric. Very big difference. Psychiatric. Anyway, this is the psychiatric. Well, it's a place called Østmarka, and it's several buildings in an area where they have patients. Patients that either needs help, or people who are slightly in need of help. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like a freaking paradise. So barns and beautiful houses, and people are walking around. There's no guards. There's no nothing. It's kind of I think it's based on the same principle they have in Norwegian prisons, where it's something called the normality principle. And what that means is, when you are a prisoner in a Norwegian prison, you are supposed to feel as normal as possible no matter what. Even though you're sitting in a prison, you got a sentence for whatever reason you got the sentence, but still you're able to walk outside for a little bit. You're able to buy groceries inside the prison. You're able to do all sorts of stuff like hobbies or education or whatever. The normality principle. Normality, I think it's this is what this show has become. Normalitets. Me Googling stuff that I don't know how to spell in English. Let's see, normality principle. I don't think I even have that word in English. Oh, that's cool. So it's a Norwegian word. Norwegian made-up word. As you can see in a little bit further back there, I started walking. I'm sorry about that. Oh, there's a couple of children. The guy on the right, he knew what I was doing. He was like, hey man, can I be in your GoPro? Yeah, sure man. Little dude. Hey dude. Okay, goodbye dude. So I told you that I wanted to explain how it felt during the end. So now I've been running for kind of running for 20 minutes, except for one little part where I was walking for about 100 meters, and when I was walking uphill. Since I was so late starting with this run, because it took almost 45 minutes for me to discover that I didn't have the SD card until I got the SD card, until I started running, which means I had no more energy to give, and at this stage I was completely out of energy, and my stomach was screaming for food. And this is the part where I actually I crossed the street just to get enough variation, so I forgot how tired I was. And now I'm looking to the right there, just to see if there's any. There I'm crossing the street. Here we go. Good memory, Nicholas. Very good. And I was trying to run a bit on the grass just to see if that made any difference, and of course it didn't. There we have people on the left side, 3 dudes on a bicycle. Not one bicycle, 3 bicycles. Good pronunciation here, Nicholas. Very good. I was trying to vary as much as possible just to forget the fact that I was tired. And this is... one shouldn't be embarrassed that in the beginning of something, whatever you do, if it's running, if it's, say, photography, if it's something else that you always wanted to do, don't think that you're an expert in the first week or 2 or 3 or even a year. And that's not the point of doing something. If you start something that you've never done before, you have to do all the small steps to becoming a expert, which I'm hopefully becoming. I haven't been running that much. I remember when I was young, I was the slowest kid in class, literally the slowest kid. Not because I didn't try. I tried as hard as I could, but I was really big. I've always been big. I have big feet. I have a very my body's not built for running at all. It's not fragile either. It's just I'm not the type of guy that runs. I'm strong though. I'm very strong. I can lift 400 pounds from the ground, like no problem. Or I almost pass out, but anyway, I am able to pick up 400 pounds. But running has never been my strongest side, and that's probably also why I never started doing it until now, I guess. And also the reason why I have to do this project. Like I literally have to do a project to be able to run. I can't do this on my own. I have to have feedback. I have to have something to do with it. And now again, I'm walking. And this is the part where I decided that now I'm just gonna finish the route. I had about 10 minutes left of this round, but it's not embarrassing. Come on. It's I was running almost for 25 minutes yesterday. I broke the record. 25 minutes first day. I had 15. So it's always about doing the little steps, one step at a time. And It's better to be out there trying at least, I guess, instead of sitting at home. I did sit at home. Before I went for this run, I didn't want to go out at all. But now I started, I'm telling people that I've started this thing, so I can't stop now. How embarrassing would that be? It's more embarrassing for me to meet someone who I told that I was doing a 1,000-day challenge, just to tell them that, I broke after 2 days. It's that it just doesn't work like that. Sorry. Maybe after 500, I would say, I made it halfway. I'm sorry, but my leg broke or something stupid, so I couldn't continue doing it. But after 3 days, no way at all. Where's my coffee? I want a coffee. There it is. I think I'm addicted to coffee. This little Nespresso thing, you know, where you have the capsules and you just put it in a machine and out of it comes delicious smoking hot coffee. I love it. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, if you have any comments, please do comment. Please let me know everything. If it's in your own language, I can translate it. If it's something you want to tell me about, hey Nicholas, your running is really bad, then please tell me. Or hey Nicholas, you suck. Then yeah, you can tell me that as well. I can handle it. Doesn't matter. I think it's fun. I think it's fun when people are saying what they actually think. And I will try to respond as quickly as I can. And if you have any tips, like please give me tips. I'm really up for improving my technique in running, because now I'm just lumping. How do you say it? Lumping around is when you don't have any technique at all. You're just moving forward. And I think my steps are really heavy, so I'll try and adjust that as good as possible. I have a friend here in Trondheim. She's a running expert, so I will actually ask her. Now she's having a baby soon, so I don't think she'll be running in the near future, but maybe afterwards. Who knows? I can ask her and see if she has any tips. So now we're back in the street where I arrived from. I think it's yeah, we still have another 8 minutes left or something. And I'm still feeling shit. As you can see, I'm running. I'm actually impressed watching these records, or watching these clips now, that I was able to run for that stretch, because this felt like forever, like literally forever. Oh there, just a little garden to the left there with our. I think they're having plants, vegetables and fruits, so the neighborhood can buy their own little box to have soil and just grow whatever they want. It's like a small vegetable community. Well, anyway, at this time I was so tired and so hungry and so low on energy, and I didn't feel like doing this at all. Like, Nicholas, come on, what are you doing? These are the thoughts that passes through my mind. I try to have positive thoughts, maybe creative thoughts, because when I'm creative, I forget the world around me. I forget that I'm moving. But it was really hard. It's like trying to balance 10 tons of rock on the other side with positive thinking on the other side again. It was really hard, but yeah, watching these clips now, I feel satisfied. I will not show my face this much in the videos. I don't mind showing my face, but I don't think this channel is for that. If you're really interested in watching how I look, then you can enter my Instagram page. It's on the right side, right corner of this video. So go check me out. Follow me if you want to. And of course, I forgot to tell you guys, please subscribe on my YouTube channel. That would be really nice. Then you can have videos every single day about me running in Trondheim. Oh, I'm walking again. Yeah, I'm walking. This is the 4th time I'm walking, or 5th. I don't know. I forgot to count. Didn't really care. I can see on the other side of that block over there, we have the parking lot where I have my car parked. And we're still about 5 minutes away from it, walking. I will tell you guys, in the end of this, I actually picked the pace again and tried to run as fast as I could, or to jog as fast as I could, just to see if there's anything left. And of course it always is, you know. This is just psychologically, it's all in the mind. How can someone run for 3 hours straight it has to have something with the way your brain works. And hopefully I will get there soon enough. I remember the first time I went for a long bicycle trip. Because now when I'm watching this, I recognize all the steps of how I felt when I started, which was pretty good. I remember the next stage. That was when you realize that your shape is crap. So when I went for my first trip, it was I did all of Norway on a bicycle. I had a shitty bicycle from a supermarket. It's about maybe $200 worth of bicycle. I have sneakers and just normal shoes. I didn't even have bicycle pants on. It's really stupid. And this stretch, like Norway, is about same size as the west coast of the United States. It's quite long. It takes about 3 weeks to finish on a bicycle if you have a lot of gear and if you take your time. And I remember the first day, it was pretty rough. I have all in my mind. I was Superman. I'm going to do this no matter what. And then it showed that I had no training for this. All the muscles hurt. My butt hurt. Everything hurts. And the next day it was quite bad. Third day, quite bad as well. And then the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and all the days after that, you have ups and downs. You have days where everything feels perfect. You have all the energy in the world. You can just continue and continue and continue, and you don't feel like stopping ever. And then suddenly you have some clouds in the sky, you have rain, you have wind towards your face. You don't want to continue. You get all these dark thoughts. Yeah, same. It's like this when you're jogging. And I'm still walking here. I didn't have any energy at all. And this is the day. This is the part of the. This is the very important part of doing a project like this. That you need to do the small steps. As I said, I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to be silent for a little while now, drinking my coffee. Thank you. I'll be back in 1 minute. And I'm back. I didn't like the silence. Okay. Finishing now. I think that this project has a lot of potential. And I think it's really cool if people are watching this thinking like, wow, the world is really cool. You can see so much from a GoPro camera that I probably never get to see in the real world. But it's still good enough. And this project is, I know it's a stupid project. Come on, it's 1,000 days of running straight. But of course you have people doing this. You have sports people running every single day. And this is not me trying to say that I'm better than the people that have done this for years and years and years and don't even think about it. This is kind of like, imagine being 30 years old and you decide to start playing the violin for the first time. You never touched the violin, but now you're going to start doing it. And then you practice it every single day. And then you get to realize how many hours a day you need to practice your violin and able to become professional. And it's a crazy amount of hours. And you can't stop. You just have to do it every single day. Sit down 5-6 hours. Just work, and then eventually you become better. And this is my story, showing the world that it's possible to start something. That it's never too late. If you're 30, 40, 50, it's never too late. That's just a bad excuse for not starting something. Then you don't have the energy or the motivation to do anything, I guess, or especially the one thing that you always want to do. And I think that people are very locked into this mindset that when you pass a certain age, you're not able to do something. I listened to this story of a Norwegian girl today, actually. She was 20 when she first started running, and yesterday she broke the Norwegian record in 600 meters. Imagine that. 20 years old, you've never done any running, and then 10 years later you're one of the best in the world. Everything's possible. Like now, for example, I'm running as crazy. You can even see how fast I'm running. It's like a wind, a hurricane through the streets of Trondheim. And get out of my way, you stupid blue car! And get out! You're not even stopping. Fuck you then. Then you can stop. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck you. And I'm running and running, and now the camera is drunk again. I don't know what happened. I was probably running too fast, and I noticed that my camera is drunk, and it's messing up my finishing here. And now I'm probably trying to push the button to see if we can get back, and then now no, everything's screwed now. Okay. It's kind of killed the motivation to finish. But anyway, there's my car over there. Should we try and run a little bit more? Yeah, okay, yeah, first finishing here, and we are done, guys. So, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I really enjoyed talking. Hopefully the next days will become better, and please subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you have anything to say, and I'll see you tomorrow.